Dave, and today's big hairy idea is the New Year's transition. So yesterday was Rosh Hashanah, was the Jewish New Year, and it really struck me how different our New Year's is, which was a 2-day holiday here in Israel and the Jews celebrated around the world, compared to the New Year's that I grew up with. Which, we'd stay up late and it's 11:59 and this ball starts falling down and it's getting close and you start counting 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, yay! And at 1 it's the old year and the next second it's the new year, and just like that, boom, you transition from one year to the next. It's the old year, it's the new year, and it's over. That's the entirety of it. But in our tradition, we have, like I said, Rosh Hashanah is 2 days, 2 full days of New Year's. But it doesn't end there. Then we have the whole period from Rosh Hashanah to Yom Kippur. Rosh Hashanah is the day we call the Day of Judgment. And you'd think that you might first, in American courts, I was an attorney, well, first you apologize for everything you did wrong, you try to atone, and then you go before judgment. Not like that in Judaism. First you get judged. First is the Day of Judgment, when we say God judges the entire world. And then you have this period of rectification, this 10 days of rectification, ending in Yom Kippur, which is the Day of Atonement. And we're not done then either, because then we have a week and a half period, we have a half of a week, and then we transition into the week-long holiday of Sukkot, which is this whole period of joy. And only then do we say we've really transitioned into the new year. This whole period of 3 weeks is all the New Year's. And it's a whole period of going step by step. Like I said, first we look at the Day of Judgment. It's very much this time of thinking about, okay, who am I in this world? And who do I want to be? How do I want to be living in this world? I find it to be a very introspective period. And then we really go into this period of Yom Kippur, and I think it's very much about this atonement, which to me is very much about, okay, what is holding me back from living that vision that I have for myself? If on Rosh Hashanah, I'm talking about the vision, I'm talking about having a whole new year of life and a whole new year of making a good living and a new year of health, and we're praying for all of these things. Okay, we get to the Day of Atonement. Well, what is holding me back from living that vision? How can I now deal with all those things and say, you know what, I haven't lived up to my whole potential. I've been less than I could be. And we try to really break those negative patterns that hold us from hitting that vision that we hit on that Day of Judgment. And then we go in from there to this week of joy. So why is this week of joy also part of the New Year's? Well, I think about it like I think about a wedding. There's a very funny thing in Judaism where we say there's a mitzvah, there's a commandment to bring joy to the bride and groom. You say, okay, it's a nice thing to have fun in a wedding, but why should this be a commandment? Why is this like this thing on high that comes in? You must give joy to the bride and groom. Why do we have that very kind of heavy importance to it? And I think it's because we have this idea that the way you enter into something completely permeates the entirety of that thing. So the way we enter into the marriage, well, you know what? We're setting the pace for, and we're setting the energy for the entirety of the marriage, for the entirety of their lifetimes. So we need to bring them as much joy as possible in this moment of union, to start it off on a really good foot, because that's going to help them with that whole first week and that whole first month and that whole first year, and it's going to carry over into the entirety of the marriage. And I think that's what we have going on here as well. We have first the judgment, okay, who do you want to be this coming year? Then the atonement, okay, what is holding you back from reaching that? And then let's put that atonement and that whole guilt about how you've messed up in the past behind, and let's celebrate. Let's raise our energy. Let's raise our expectation. Let's raise our level of joy, because then we can really take this incredible vision and we can really carry it through. Because the energy we bring, it's just going to permeate that entirety of the year. And so we have this 3-week period of entering the new year. And I think this is why, to me, so many people I know make New Year's resolutions and fail on them miserably. And I think that momentary transition from one year to the next is part of the reason. We don't really have time to be sitting in this. We don't have a process of going from one year to the next. It's just a transition. It just goes, boom, okay, old year, new year. Whereas I think this 3-week period that we have that goes step by step into formulating that vision, to atoning, to get rid of what's holding you back, and to really just delving in all the joy and raising your whole energy level up, I think that's what kind of helps us to really transition, to really make this new year stick, to make it a powerful period of really embedding and implanting this whole vision for the year. So I think I want to bless all of us, Jewish and non-Jewish, that as we go through this period of transitioning in our lives, whenever we go through this period of transitions, that they should have these really important components, this sense of introspection, of looking in and saying, okay, what is this period going to be about? How do I want to be emerging here? The sense of letting go of all that baggage that's holding you back from it, and the total ability to feel the joy and raise your energy to really jump into something in a way that's going to just carry this new vision into reality.